Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So this is going to be my melting review. It has been a while since I've done one of these, and a lot of my empties I've gotten rid of already, but these are from the past couple weeks, I would say. So I'm going to go ahead and jump right in, and I do not have all the scent descriptions for these, but I will do the best that I can in describing them. So this first one, this is going to be, let's see, this is Vintage Chic Scents. Which I just realized on her scent shots, these little 1 ouncers, she doesn't have her name, but this is Aunt Lori's Famous Rolls, and I know this has her fresh picked strawberries and I think like a buttered roll kind of scent. And on cold, you definitely got more of the strawberry, but then when this warmed up, it was a lot heavier on kind of the baked roll with kind of buttery but not overly buttery scent, but it was pretty good. If you like her fresh picked strawberry, I think it's a good one. I also just melted Hot Dolce, and this, I don't know the scent description, but it definitely has orange in it, kind of like a warm orange. And what else is in there? There's something else, but it's fruity. It's fruity, and there's definitely some orange, and it's really good. I just melted this with a 40-watt light bulb warmer, and it performed really well. And I think this one was with, I believe, my Glade warmer in my bedroom, and it performed well also. This one is Fairy Godmother, and I don't remember what's in it, but it is so good. It has like a really, kind of like a dreamsicle note in there with some other fruit, and I melted this at my office in a 25-watt light bulb warmer, and it was really good. Kind of like a creamy dreamsicle fruity scent. Really enjoyed this. And next was a scent shot in White Christmas. This has a peppermint note in it. I don't remember what else is in it. It's kind of like a bakery peppermint. It's really good. I melted this at nighttime in probably my Glade, and it performed really well. I find with Kirby's wax, the older it gets, the better it performs, and I generally try to let my stuff from her cure for at least a few months. Gigi is this watermelon cotton candy, I think? Maybe. So I think it's watermelon cotton candy if I'm not mistaken. And this, again, performed exceptionally well. As you can see, this is over a year old, and I just warmed it like in the last week in my 20-watt Glade warmer, and it blew me away. So most of these you will find are a little bit older. Like this was from May. So again, this one's just over a year as well. And they are performing really, really well for me. And I'm trying to go through my older wax. I also melted, this is one of her flowers in Coconut Marshmallow Cream Pie. Again, from April last year, so a year and 1 month, and this performed really well. I melted it in my bedroom in my Glade warmer. And this is just a fantastic, creamy, sweet bakery coconut. I really loved it. I don't know if it goes by this name anymore, because this might have been when she did introduce her first sampler last year, and she just put like the scent description kind of in the names, and then she renamed everything and gave them like one of her vintage names. So I don't know if this one got renamed at all, but it was really good. So I don't know what it would be called now if she did rename it. This is Happy Days on Cape Cod, and this is more of like a fresh kind of clean scent, and this one actually lasted forever. I think I had it going in my Glade in my bathroom for probably 3 days, and I could still smell it. It was never overly strong. It did have a hint of kind of a laundry note in there for me, but I'm glad it wasn't overly strong, because laundry scents, if they're too strong or if clean scents are too strong, I don't enjoy them. And this lasted for quite a while, and I ended up dumping it. When I dumped it, it still had some fragrance left, so I was pretty impressed with that one. This was a small flower in Bomb Pop Martini, and I know this one kind of has a fizzy note to it, but I don't recall what the fruit notes are in it. And again, this one was in my 20-watt Glade warmer, and it performed well. I'm gonna smell it and see, but it's like fruity and kind of, and has that fizzy note. Oh, it's really good. So this is one of her, I don't think it was one of her first scents, but I think she introduced it pretty early on, and fantastic. Did really well. I really enjoy that, and I think I have more of that one. Then this was one of her big poinsettia flowers that she introduced last year for the holidays, and this is in the Grinch. And this one I do happen to know the scent description because I looked up today because it's such a unique scent. So I was like, I need to know what's in it. And it's cranberry, mulberry, and orange moscato. Now when I smell it, I mean, it definitely has like a fruity scent, but I couldn't distinctly tell that any, those three scents were in this. I just really, really enjoyed it. And because it was one of those big poinsettias, I did cut it up into 4 chunks and got 4 melts out of it. It performed really well, and it lasted a long time as well. So I really enjoyed this one. Just a unique scent, and I think it probably comes from the orange moscato because there's that richness in it. It's like a rich fruitiness, if I can explain it that way, I guess. So next I finished a 4-ounce bag in Tiki Island Sangria from Candles from the Keeping Room. And this is from June of last year. And again, I'm just trying to get through some of my older wax, which I have a ton of. And this is, I believe, a dupe of a Bath & Body Works scent, maybe. But this is good. It's it's fruity, but like a very fresh fruit. Not like juicy, but kind of fresh/clean. So I enjoyed it, but it wasn't anything I don't think I would seek out again. But it performed well. And I think I did that. Well, the last time I melted it was in the 20-watt Glade warmer. I don't know, when it's a bag, I melt it multiple times. Obviously, I don't remember what I melted in every time. But my Candles from the Keeping Room always performs well in a 20-watt as well. Pomegranate filled jelly donuts. This is a nice sweet pomegranate with that rich kind of jelly donut scent. And you definitely get that like fried donut note in there. Really enjoy this. If you just watched my last haul video, you know that did I buy a bag in this? I think I did. I'm getting all my scents now confused. I also finished, this is from when I was rebagging my Candles from the Keeping Room, and this was the 4 ounces in Strawberry Moments, which is her fresh picked strawberry with Blonde Moment, and this is a fantastic scent because it just takes her fresh picked strawberry and like takes it to the next level, and I love it. This is Blackberry Musk, and this is a fantastic scent. I just hauled a bag of this as well, and this is a great, like, sweet, straight-up blackberry with kind of a musky note to it. It's really, really good. Mango Pineapple, I just hauled a bag of this as well because I absolutely loved it when I melted it. I love the mango and the pineapple mixed together. I typically don't like pineapple on its own, and this is just such a fresh and sweet fruity scent. I really loved it. Oops. And so I'm going to go quick because otherwise this is going to be too long of a video. I finished 4-ounce bag in Sugar Milk and Cookies. This is one of those scents I really enjoy melting at night when I go to sleep because it's just that kind of sweet, creamy bakery note. And then I also finished a 4-ounce bag in Berry Verbena. This is a fantastic scent. I think I have another 4-ounce bag in this, but it is a very like, it's almost like berry mixed with like a lemongrass note or something. It's really, really good. It's very strong. Definitely travels throughout the house. And it's like sweet but clean. So it's kind of fruity berry, but with like a very fresh note to it. I really love it. I think it's probably supposed to be lemon verbena maybe. Then from the Bathing Garden, I did finish a clamshell in the Berry Scandal. And this was a sweet berry scent, sweet creamy berry. This is from January of last year. The throw on this was pretty good, and I haven't been melting my Bathing Garden very much just because I've been having difficulty with the performance of it, but this one actually did pretty good, and I enjoyed it. I don't know if I'd seek this one out again, but I enjoyed it when I melted it. Then from Super Tarts, I finished 50 cents of gray. Oh, well, no, that's not the scent. Sorry. Tie Me Up is what it is. And let's see. I don't know. This is a fruity scent. It kind of has a fizzy note in it. It's like fruity and fizzy. I don't know what the scent description is. I know I liked it, but I was trying to get through her clamshells because I'm finding, like, this one's actually not bad at all, but they are getting soft, and I have some that are way worse than this. Like, it pushes in like it's like there's no structure left at all to the clamshells. So I'm trying to get through them. And the stuff I threw out already, I had a ton of her clamshells. This is Miracle on 34th Street, and this is from December. So this I wouldn't actually consider very old, but so you can see how this is warping pretty bad already. And I heard that she did change the clamshells that she's using to kind of prevent that, but I haven't hauled any clamshells from her since then, so I don't know how that's performing for her. But this scent is fantastic. To me, it smells like cinnamon sugar donut, but mixed with like something that gives it a musky note. And this one lasted forever. Like, I could still smell it. I think I had it going for a couple days, and I could still smell it a little bit when I finally dumped it out because I was ready to move on to something else. It's actually a really good scent, and I would definitely repurchase this one. Let's see. This one is hard to read. This is from Make Sense, and I think it's Snowball Fight. And this is kind of a clean, kind of like a clean, fresh type scent. I don't know what the scent description is for it, but it was good and it performed well. I think I put it in my 20-watt Glade. From L3, again, some old wax. This is from March of last year. Lemon Bundt Cake Pink Buttercream Peeps. And I think when this melted, like on cold, I didn't care for the scent blend very much, but on warm, I actually really enjoyed it. And I got actually the pink sugar, I think, the most. I think that's what the pink in this is Pink Buttercream Peeps. I think that's pink sugar maybe, because I did get somewhat of like a floral-y type note in this. It's not as sweet and creamy and sugary as the scent description sounds, but I did enjoy it and did perform well. And for these big squares, I cut them up into 4 pieces, and that's 1/4 of it is what I put in one warmer, and they perform pretty well. They're not super strong, but I could smell them. And this is Cotton Candy Jelly Beans. I actually just cut this one up, and I mixed it with Candles from the Keeping Room Beach House, because that scent, Beach House, is, I don't have an empties for that because I have a whole bag of it, but it's very, very, very strong, kind of florally, ocean air like type scent. Very strong. And so I actually melted this along with it to kind of sweeten it up a little bit, because this on its own would be too sweet for me. Just because I think the jelly bean scent is already very sweet, and then when you're adding in the cotton candy. So I mixed it with that to kind of sweeten up that scent, and I have that going right now, and I actually really enjoy it. From Kim Rianne's, this was a bag of her little smileys in Mimosa and Mandarin, and I got it in paraffin just because her wax is so soft already. So I like the paraffin because it holds up a little bit better, and this throws excellent. I love the Mimosa Mandarin because it's kind of like a fresh, clean mandarin scent and not very sweet. And so it's really great for kind of like a kitchen or a bathroom area. Again, these performed really well. From Glitterati, I melted a sample of Lavender Cucumber Sage. I believe I melted this at night because it's a lavender scent. And this was just one of those teeny tiny squares, and it performed really well. And I love this. It pretty much just smelled like an herbal lavender to me, and I really enjoyed it. And by morning, I think, though, the scent was gone because it is such a small piece of wax. At most, it's probably about 1/2 ounce. But I did enjoy it, and it's definitely a scent I would attempt to get again. From Tiffany Candles, I melted Tree Lighting, and this was in, I think this is a sample I got, yeah, back around Christmas time. We've been actually having a lot of cold weather in Southern California, so I have been pulling out some of my like fall and Christmassy scents just to try to use them up, because I say I'm a seasonal melter, but I'm more really like a weather melter. If it's cold, I lean towards heavier bakery or kind of your fall and Christmas type scents. If it's warm out, I lean towards the summer, spring type scent. So it depends on the weather. You know, the weather determines kind of what I melt. So this was a really good scent. It doesn't, let me see if I can smell it. I don't remember now. Yeah, and I can't really smell it in here. You would think, though, it was like a Christmas tree scent, but it's not. It was a unique scent, and I remember enjoying it but I don't know the scent description, but it's probably something that around Christmas time I would try to get my hands on again, because I'm pretty sure it's not on her scent list right now. Then this was also a sample. It was a chunklet in pink sugar and sweet pea. This was really good. I don't think I would ever melt sweet pea on its own because it is pretty floral, but with that pink sugar, it kind of helped sweeten it up a little bit, so I actually really enjoyed this one. Sorry if you hear my phone going off, it's my text messages. Then from Super Tarts, this is, again, old wax. And so far, everything's performed really well. This is pink sugar, vanilla bean oil. I think I was using this to blend, and this was a bunch of their Scallop Shapes. And this was from my very first custom order that I placed with them. And it was one of the first vendor wax orders I placed pretty early on into when I was getting into wax. And this performed really well, and I was mixing it with kind of other scents, things that either needed to be, like, not sweetened, but maybe just needed a little extra something with them, like some strawberry scents and stuff. And it performed really well. Their wax does really well even when it's over a year old. I had a couple chunks from a mystery box. It's caramel apple bake. This is actually a really good caramel apple kind of bakery scent. There was a little bit of spice in it, but not a lot, but you definitely got that apple note. It was really, really good. And you got that caramel, but it wasn't too heavy of a caramel, so this performed well. I think I split it between my 24-watt hot plate and my 40-watt light bulb warmer. And sorry if I sound a little out of breath. I actually am sick, and so I'm like, I have sinus headache and my breathing, I'm struggling with my breathing a little bit, and I think it's just because I'm not feeling good. I also finished a piece of a decorated sheet cake, is that what they call it, that I got again. This is, I think, was from my second custom order from them. It was fresh strawberry and cotton candy bliss. This is actually a very, very sweet blend. So when I got it, I actually cut it into big pieces and put them into these bags, and then I cut pieces off from there. And this one I actually use mostly to blend with other stuff that needs to be sweetened up a little bit. Just because to me now it's too sweet to melt on its own. I think it has more of the cotton candy than the fresh picked strawberry, but it's still really good, but I've been using it mostly to sweeten up other stuff. And this is Strawberry Jam Sticky Marshmallow, and this was really good from July last year. I got it in a mystery box, and this is just a really good strawberry. Their strawberry jam is really good, and with that sticky marshmallow, it just adds that extra sweetness to it. I enjoyed this one. It threw well. From Sassy Girl Aroma, I finished, I think this was a 4-pack in her Lattice Pies, and it's in this other zip top bag because these are the bags that have like the little fold over and stick, but after a while those seem to wear away, and so this one wasn't closing anymore for me, so I put it into this other bag just so that it would keep it airtight. Now Best Friends I think is some kind of like a fruity blend, and then her zucchini, and this was really good. I love that blend. I love fruit with zucchini, and she has a pretty good zucchini. I think it's a little bit on the spicier side, not as much on the creamy side, but I did enjoy it, and it threw well. From Rose Girls, this was a couple of pie slices that I got in a D-stash, so I don't know how old these were, but it's Pomegranate Watermelon Slush. This is a fantastic blend. This is another one that is a little sweet, so I have been mixing this with other scents again, but I really, really enjoy it. It throws really well. This is one of those scents that performs really well for me because I do find that Rose Girls is a little hit and miss for me. There's just some scents that I have a hard time smelling when I'm melting them, and then there's others that just perform really, really well. So this is one of those that performed well. I enjoyed it. Sometimes I melted it on its own, sometimes I melted it with other things, and I enjoyed it. I think this is one that I may have mixed with the Sniff My Tarts Pink Sugar Noel, because the pink sugar helps add, like, even though it's sweet, I feel like it helps cut through stuff that's really sweet. So, but I have both pomegranate and watermelon slush in mini melters from them because those are two fantastic scents from them. Also from Rose Girls, I melted one of my chunk muffins from my custom order. It's my one and only custom order I've ever gotten from them, and I missed out on their last opening. But this is Grapefruit, Orange Revival, Vanilla Bean Oil. This is fantastic. They have a great grapefruit scent. It's nice and strong and bitter. Their Orange Revival scent is just this nice, strong, like fresh, sweet orange scent. With that Vanilla Bean Oil, I didn't really smell it when it was melting. It probably just added some sweetness to these scents. But this was one of those scents that was a great thrower for me. So I really, really enjoyed this. From Rainbow Melts, this was a big snowflake in frosted peppermint cream cake. And so that's frosted vanilla cake with peppermint cream. And this is like a fantastic peppermint scent. It was sweet and creamy with that little bit of that like creamy cake scent in there with peppermint. I love this. I melted this because it was a big snowflake. I probably melted about 4 or 5 times. It threw really, really well. I think I primarily melted it in my 20-watt Glade warmer, and it did great. This is definitely a scent I would seek out again from Rainbow Melts. And then the last thing is a clamshell from Sensational's Spiced Sugar Cookies. This is a fantastic scent from them. I love to use this to blend with other things. So I like to blend this with like sweet, like fruity scents, but then also just on its own, it's really good. And it basically, it's kind of like a cinnamon sugar cookie scent, but it's a very sweet bakery cinnamon, not a very spicy cinnamon. So I really, really love this, and performed well. So that is all my empties for the last couple weeks. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you soon. Bye.